guys, welcome back to the Pump Exchange. I'm Sam Ferrara, and today we're going to talk about my favorite low blood sugar food. Now let's dive into it. So a low blood sugar, what's that? Typically when your blood sugar goes below 80. Now there's lots of ways to treat this, things you've heard from your doctors, things you hear online. Sometimes you're walking around, got to grab the closest piece of sugar. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple of items that I prefer and things I've tried out. Let's start with liquids. I don't like them. Why? They're messy. They get everywhere. They're hard to carry. They get warm and nasty, or you have to hide them in a fridge somewhere and get up and go get them. Not a fan. So I know some people like apple juice, orange juice, grape juice, coconut water, Gatorade, regular soda. There's lots and lots of liquids you can use, and they do hit your blood sugar very quickly. Now, juice, I'm not a huge fan of, especially because I find that if I have too little, it doesn't really hit my bloodstream, and if I have too much, I'm out in the stratosphere, and it's very hard to gauge how much you've had to drink. I find that a small thing of juice is gone in 2 sips. If you buy a big one, now you're 3 sips in and your blood sugar is 300. I think juice is best saved to be mixed with champagne. Juice I'd give a 7 out of 10. With champagne, 10 out of 10. I know some people also like to use coconut water. I think that's amazing for people who are extremely stable. My blood sugars, I find that if I'm dropping, it's just not enough for me and not something that I would utilize. So I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 10. I do love anything that is prepackaged. So if I am gonna go the juice route, because there are times where I can just go to my fridge. I like those little Juicy Juice containers, the mini ones. I think they're perfect for as your blood sugar is dropping, or small Gatorades. Tons of fun and you look athletic. I'm gonna give those an 8 out of 10. I prefer to eat solids. Why? Because when you go low, you finally get to eat some damn candy. But that is part of the reason why I like it, and I like to walk around with them. Unless it's a hot day, then your Skittles or Sour Patch Kids turn to mush, and they're not any fun. My favorite part about solids, or let's just call it candy, is that I can go in during Valentine's Day or Halloween and stock up on fun-sized candy. Fun-sized candy always happens to be 12 to 15 carbs, which is exactly what you need to treat a low. Even Starburst come in little packs of 2. I like to use different sizes of fun-sized candy depending on where my blood sugar is at. If I'm at a good blood sugar but I see arrows going down on my Dexcom, I'm gonna pop a Starburst. Pre-packaged, already wrapped, only have to have 1 or 2. Now if I'm already low or really dropping quickly, that's when I go for the Skittles. 1 pack of Skittles, 55 calories, brings my blood up every time and doesn't make me spike. The only thing I have to say about Starburst is when you're really low and your hands are shaking, those little folds are kind of hard to do. So maybe if you're too shaky to open a Starburst, you're too low for a Starburst. Starburst, when you're 120 or under, I'm gonna give them a 7 out of 10. Skittles, anytime, 9 out of 10. Another fun one, and I don't know if this qualifies as a solid or a liquid, but honey packets. I actually picked this up at diabetes camp back when I was 7 or 8 years old. They're awesome. Honey, all natural, spikes your blood sugar so quickly and then kind of keeps it there, which is lovely. Not to mention, free at Starbucks. I'm gonna say honey packets, 8 out of 10. When I pick a candy, I usually go for something fruity. Why? They're usually made out of sugar and then coated in sugar, kind of like Sour Patch Kid. If you do something like a chocolate, it has fat in it, and that fat, although it will keep you stable, also makes it so that that sugar doesn't hit your bloodstream as quickly. So if you're really going low and need something quick, I would really avoid a chocolatey candy and go for something a little more Skittles, Starburst. If it's colorful, it's probably right. Chocolate for a low blood sugar, I'd probably give a 3 out of 10. Glucose tabs, gross, 0 out of 10. Sour Patch Kids, give them an 8 out of 10 because first they're sour, then they're sweet, but that sour side is a little too long. I wouldn't go with anything too wild like Warheads or Pop Rocks. You really can't get enough in your mouth to make a difference, unless you're like the coolest 12-year-old ever. I don't know about you guys, but we used to shove a bunch of Warheads in our mouth until we cried. So like I always say, I'm not a doctor. I'm also not a dentist, and I'm sure that eating candy late at night, early in the morning, probably not the best for you and also can be a little gross. But these are just tips and tricks that work for me when I'm in a pinch. So we all know that dealing with a low is never fun, no matter what you're eating. That being said, and I hate to get serious, it's always best wherever you go to let people know you have diabetes. In college, when it was syllabus day, each teacher, I'd wait until the end of the class, let all the kids leave, and I'd stay behind and say, "Hi, I'm Sam. I have juvenile diabetes. I may need to get up and leave your class at some point in time. I may need to eat a snack while I am sitting here. I just wanted to let you know." And 11 times out of 10, they're so thankful you told them, and it always cuts out that awkward, "Why are you eating in class?" And you have to then say out loud in front of everyone that you're diabetic, or you get called on, or it's embarrassing or awkward. Nip it in the bud. Be your own advocate. I'm diabetic and I need to do this. The more you get comfortable with doing that when you're younger, it will follow you as you get older. As an adult in the working world, I have to eat in the middle of an office meeting. And I'm sure people are super uncomfortable with it. But you know who's not uncomfortable? Me. You know why? Because my blood sugar is not low and I can continue through my day. These are things that, as diabetics, we need to deal with and learn to do and be strong and confident in doing so that we can best take care of ourselves and, in the end, take care of others. I always talk about, as I get older, how much I wish that low blood sugar food was packaged in the same way medicine was, right? I'll never forget recently being in a yoga class and Skittles fell out of my yoga bag. How unhealthy does that look? I felt like everyone was looking at me like, this girl brings Skittles to yoga. It was like a rainbow picnic on my mat. Right hand, red Skittle. Left hand, blue Skittle. Fall over, Savasana. Same with office meetings as I sit there and nom on my, my Sour Patch Kids in a meeting wearing a suit. We talked a lot about different low blood sugar foods, and I just want to make sure it's been noted that it's extremely important to always make sure you have something on you. I personally like solids because they're easier to pack. I have shoved a Skittles pack in every single purse that I own. My family members have them in the car. We keep them in our to-go bags. Anywhere you're going to be, throw a pack in there. You never know when you're going to have a low, and they're so easily treated, but so dangerous untreated. And that little bag of Skittles can save your life.